What is the secret to staying creative as a producer? Spend all these long hours in the studio, all this time looking at machinery. You know, depending on what you do, you might spend a lot of time out in the streets promoting, going places, doing shows, all the things that it takes to try to take your music to the next level. People ask all of the time, what is one of the things that helps keep you motivated or keeps you creative? For me, it's spending time with my family and spending time with my children. What's going on, guys? It's your brother OTG. The OTG's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today just want to do a quick video. It's different than what I normally do. You know, watch me and my kids at the park, man, while we talk about just staying focused and how to keep your ideas fresh. Keep your ideas fresh, keep the creative juices flowing. You know, there's a lot of different things that when you're creating music, when you're producing, you spend lots of hours. Sometimes those are solitary hours. Sometimes you're still in minutes after work, still in minutes late night, sacrificing sleep, all of these different things. Maybe because you have a goal, maybe because there's something that you're trying to achieve. Maybe it's just something that you can control. You know, who knows what it is. But whatever your reason is, you know, one of the main things to remember is you got to stay grounded. You got to get outside, you got to walk around. So even if you don't have children, you got to go outside, feel the wind on your face, look at the clouds, look at the trees, understand how life is changing around you season to season, look at the color palettes, listen to the sounds of the cars passing and different things. All of those things will help you when you're looking for different sounds and you're looking for different things. That's going to help you stay motivated and stay in the grind while you're looking and trying to find different sounds and just stay focused on what you're creating. It's extremely important. You know, I like to take walks late at night sometimes, take them in the daytime, try to take at least 2 a day. You know, when I'm walking, I might listen to a book. You know, I try to listen to the music. There's all kinds of things they tell you to do. Listen to stuff that's still around, listen to stuff on the radio. I do all of those things. But I also kind of do, my wife told me it's called like a palate cleanse, I guess. I try to go out and just listen to nothing, have some time with no headphones, no books, no anything, just the sounds that are around. So then whenever I sit down, I can sit down with fresh ears to create, you know. And days that I have blocks, you know, we try to work through the block. It's always a good time just to go outside and move around. That's pretty much the secret, is to stay moving. You know, you want your music to create movement. Your heart is at a BPM. When you walk, it raises the BPM. When you do different things, it changes your heart rate, and then it changes the energy around you, and you're trying to create and do the same thing with your music. So the only way to kind of keep that type of thing going is you got to be a part of it. If you want your music to be alive, you got to be alive. So get outside, move around, even in the wintertime. Days that you're tired, days that are sad, days that you feel like you can't find things. Always try to keep it moving. Motion is one of the number one things that's always going to keep a producer productive. Another thing I find is just not to rush. Sometimes I gotta tell myself and remind myself not to get caught up in the rush of life. Like, we gotta be present, try to stay in the moment. You know, if we make time for things, then, you know, if we sacrifice X amount of time a day to go left, then we can't cry about it. You know, we just gotta make the time to go right. But the whole time we need to enjoy the time that's going, because you can't rush. You know what I mean? You wanna be intentional, but you don't wanna rush. Those are two different things. You can use times like this to also, you know, think about what your goals are going to be, what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to do. Set some short milestones for yourself, mental milestones. Okay, today, when I get back in front of the machine or the computer or whatever you're using, I want to go through these sounds. I want to work at this BPM. I want to try and make a different drum pattern. I want to go into a different folder of sounds and see what I have in there. I want to work on a different style of music. I want to do whatever it is you want to do. You just want to make a list. You can use this time to do all kinds of things to stay focused, all kinds of things to kind of problem solve whatever roadblocks you might have ran into in one of your last sessions. Ways to EQ, different sounds, different folders, all kinds of different things. But man, that's really all I want to talk about. You know, we show a lot of gear, we show a lot of different stuff, but this is just as important as spending the time on the gear. You gotta spend time with the self-care, with your family, try to do things. And we all slip. I gotta remind myself sometimes. But the reminder benefits the believer. So if you believe this is what you want to do and you believe you're trying to do good things, take this reminder with good notice, and inshallah it helps you grow and keeps you focused and stay productive and producing.